This is a Hudson like none on earth. Hudson engine, but a modern turbocharger with a British carburetor, air conditioning, and a 5-speed.
This is what you would have gone to the dealers to buy to begin a NASCAR.
Oh, this is sweet. One of my favorite little Fords.
Yes.
It's a Sprint. I haven't seen a Mercure in several years, and you got 3 of them right here.
All right, so we're gonna look at one more car out here.
Oh boy, chopped 49.
50.
I smell gas in here.
I guess it's not gonna go. Oh well, better luck next time.
So this is a lead sled.
Yes. Back in the days when cars were being modified before plastic body filler, when you wanted to change the contours of something, you would use lead. When this top was put on, the seam here is welded and then it's leaded over and hit with a file. And
so how much higher would this roof have been? This
has a 4-inch chop.
So this roof was 4 inches taller when it came out of the factory.
Right. It's got the wide whites on it, red wheels.
And the original flathead?
Original flathead.
Yeah.
The taillights have been Frenched. You know, it's been shaved. No door handles, that's been shaved. It's got electric poppers on the doors.
Mm-hmm. We've looked at several Fords. I see a Mopar here. What's the deal with the Mopar?
This is a 1968 Dodge Charger. Belonged to a man that had MS. And I put a special seat in it for him that could get him elevated. It's out of there now. That would elevate with hydraulics. Mm-hmm. He could rotate the seat 90 degrees, get his legs picked up and out the...
Oh, wow.
It has a turbocharged 383.
Really? Single turbo?
Needs twins. I took this to the local cruise in, just like you see it. They were like, "It's perfect, don't touch it."
Wow, yeah. And this is something you'd sell as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so this could be a gold mine for somebody here, you know? So we've paid attention so far to GM, Ford, Mopar. Let's talk Saab for a minute.
Okay.
So I noticed this car, is it 93?
This is a 93. It's a 850 GT Monte Carlo.
That's what I thought. It had a wooden steering wheel.
Got the wood steering wheel.
So this was the hot rod?
That was the hot rod.
Wow. So this is a 3-cylinder.
Two-stroke.
Two-stroke. So if you've ever seen a Saab, you don't see many more. As people shift through the gears, that's a two-stroke. It's like a lawn boy mower car. So this is an intriguing race car. It's called the Formula V, and it came out, what, maybe the mid-60s?
Yes.
And it was designed to be a training ground for future race drivers. Emerson Fittipaldi started in one of these and became a world champion. I think Ayrton Senna may have started in a Formula V.
I don't know, but
you know,
a lot of named drivers started out in V's, yeah.
So V, Volkswagen. It's got a Volkswagen front end, torsion bar. It's got a Volkswagen steering box. It's got a Volkswagen transaxle. But in a Volkswagen, the engine hangs off from the back. It's a rear engine. In this car,
it's in the middle.
It's in the middle. It's a mid-engine car. So what they did is they reversed
turn it around, and it's a spec engine, 40 horsepower.
40 horsepower. So you can't change anything. You got to use a Volkswagen carburetor. Volkswagen. I mean, everything's got to be Volkswagen. Very heavily kind of policed rules. See what the upshot is that 20 of these or 40 of these are on the track, and they're virtually the same, and it comes down to who's the better driver. Really cool. All right, so we got a Corvair here. What year is this one?
64. Excuse me, 63.
Now this is what makes this car special. It's a Spider. I'm just gonna look at this 911 over here. What's the story with that?
Car was brought in here, get engine work done, and then it got abandoned here. I think I put 3 car covers on it, never heard from them.
How long ago?
Oh, it's been 20 years.
Oh, jeez. What year is this?
76.
Is it, I mean, it's probably shot by now.
It's shot by now. It's got good wheels on it. Mm-hmm. I got a brand new, fresh motor for it, and the transmission. You know, what do you do with people?
Yep. So there's the pretty Studebaker.
Yep.
Man, that's sweet. So this is called an MGA. And it was, you know, the MGs started off, I mean, as a primitive looking car before the war, and they kind of stayed primitive looking even after the war with MGTC, MGTD, MGTF. And then this was the modern MG. Very stylish. You know, the older cars had headlights that kind of stood out from the body. This, everything was integrated, much more aerodynamic. And actually, didn't they bring these to Bonneville?
I don't know. I would imagine that they did. They did an awful lot of stuff with trying to set records and things like that. Let's open this all the way up.
Oh boy.
This is Dave's indoor junkyard. And it's outside, and it really is junk.
Yeah.
But we built this car in-house for OG Racing. And this is a PCA club racing car.
Porsche Club of America.
Right. Has over 50 wins.
That's what I saw you race, I think, at Summit.
It has this 12 square foot cockpit adjustable wing on it. Organization hated. Between the wing and other aerodynamics that I did on the car, took 5 seconds off the lap time at Summit Point. That's huge.
Did the Crosley emblem have anything to do with that?
Well, I was trying to enter it in some event, and I couldn't get the Porsche in there. I said, well, all right, I'll make a Crosley out of it. Nice. This car was being built for Ray Heppenstall. This is a Miller Crosley. So it's going to get a Crosley engine in it. It's got a Sprite rear.
Built from scratch?
Built from scratch.
And it was a H modified?
Would be H modified, yeah.
So this is reminiscent of what Lotus built to call it a Lotus 7.
7, yeah.
A very bare bones car that could have been driven on the street. Made a really good race car.
Right.
So below here is a common gear. Looks like a solid car, which is common gear and solid are two words you don't use in the same sentence.
No. This is a 74, so it's 1600 dual port IRS
independent rear
swing
suspension. And this car is a street car?
This is a 1965 911.
This is a valuable car.
I've had this car over 30 years, driven it well over 100,000 miles. Done a Cannonball in it.
Cannonball, wow. Think about Porsche, after the World War II, was a very minimalist car using Volkswagen components and kind of a crude looking little body, but they got more sophisticated with the 356. Little by little, it became a Porsche engine rather than a Volkswagen engine. Then they had 4-cam motors, which is a Carrera. And then all of a sudden in 63 or 64, they introduced a 6-cylinder motor. And this was the car. This is what year, 65. And if you look at a Porsche now, it's the same car. Right. How many companies have stuck with the same body for...
And rear engine.
A rear engine for more than half a century. Just amazing. Well, I hope you have enjoyed meeting my friend Dave. I think you'll agree there's probably few people in the world that have taste as eclectic as his. He's a hot rodder, he's a road racer, he's a restorer, he does tours. You got quite a place here and a lot of neat cars. And I'm surprised to hear that some of them are for sale, so you might be getting a call.
When we leave here for the last time, we can't take none of the toys and none of the money.
Yeah.
You better enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for inviting us over. And that one is a Commander.
All right, the difference between a Champion and a Commander has a V8, Champion has a 6. Yeah. So the Studebaker's from, let's see, 56 on, Mercedes-Benz grill. Mercedes-Benz style grill.
Right, yeah, they sure did, yeah.